welcome here to MoreTalkFCB and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, as we are going to discuss Lionel Messi and a potential return to Barça. That is what we've heard a lot about over these past 24 hours, and today we're going to be discussing those exact rumours, because let's kick straight off with the big report that emerged last night, and it came there from Cat Radio, who are a pretty reliable source in the Catalan media, and they came out with the following. They said a meeting has taken place between Jorge Messi, Messi's father, of course, Messi's representative too, and Joan Laporta. They said in that meeting, Messi's potential return, it was discussed, along with the tribute that Barça is planning for Messi and the controversy surrounding Messi's brother's words. But that was big news, that a meeting had actually taken place there between Messi's father and Laporta. The first big step, perhaps, when you're talking about Messi's potential return. Now, of course, following that big news, Romero came out quite quickly. He's been saying for many weeks, of course, that this is on the cards, that Messi may not renew at PSG and that he could return to Barça. Romero said again last night that Xavi and Messi are constantly in contact, that Xavi wants to bring him back to Barça. He would be happy to have him in his team, and those two continue to talk. But I did think it was interesting that also last night Romero came out with a bit of extra information, because he actually said if Messi was to return to Barça, then Jordi Alba and Busquets would continue at the club. They would have certain conditions there to accommodate Messi's contract within the salary scale. But he did say, look, that's not, though, a request from Messi. That is something that maybe would need to happen in terms of keeping players on, lowering the salary bill, doing some clever accounting tricks, perhaps, but that would not be a request from Messi to keep Alba there, to keep Busquets at the club. So that was interesting there. Romero brought that into it. But what I would just say right now, guys, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of feelings as though maybe, could it happen? Is it going to happen? But I just want to say, these are very early days. These are still early exchanges between the two parties. In Argentina, they're a bit more sceptical about these reports. They say their Romero is not really on the money in terms of what he's saying, but only time will tell about that. But there's a lot of work that would need to be done regarding Messi and Barça. This would be an enormous deal on so many different levels there, commercially, on the sporting project front, of course, and of course financially, and that's before we even start to talk about La Liga, their restrictions, registering Messi. You'd need 10 meetings alone, at least, just getting Messi around that La Liga salary cap, just getting him in through the door and being able to be signed alone. So there's plenty more that would still need to be done. But I do think it's interesting that we're hearing now about meetings, about Jorge Messi, about Laporta, about maybe those two starting to talk again. Those are the steps that would need to be taken ahead of any potential return. But let's wait and see now. I think you're looking there after PSG's second leg against Bayern in the Champions League. If indeed they go out of the tournament, I think then you'd see a lot more speculation really start to ramp up. You'd see maybe things move at a much more rapid pace there when it comes to Messi. So let's just wait and see now. Over these next few weeks, how things progress. Are there going to be more meetings? Are there going to be follow-ups? Early days, but interesting signs. Let me know your thoughts down below there on these Messi reports. Would you like to see him back at the club? Of course, there's always huge excitement surrounding Messi, and rightly so, but do you think that it can happen? Do you believe that it's possible to bring him back this summer to the Camp Nou? Let me know that down below. I will, of course, see you soon across the two channels with lots more coming your way. Thank you indeed for the fantastic support. Really appreciate it from you guys. And I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.